Hi guys, thanks for watching another one of our video blogs. Thought I'd put something slightly different together today. Reason being is we've had quite a few emails in over the last 24 hours talking about these high rank individual URL edu link packets and some of the other things we've got going on, and they've touched upon the whole do follow, no follow situation with Google. And really sort of the ups and downs of that. So I thought I'd address it once and for all. Obviously, we all know what the nofollow attribute and the effect it had on its introduction. I think the problem is that whilst it was a great idea, well, I personally don't think it was a good idea, but whilst you could understand Google actually doing it, I think unfortunately now that it's widely accepted that as an attribute and as an exercise it's shot full of holes. And a lot of people far more intellectually erudite and articulate than me would actually agree with me. And that's really what I want to talk about and discuss now. If I require an answer for a particular subject, if it's to do with web marketing, my go-to site, because by and large you'll find this particular site is populated by a lot of people, but there's a hardcore of experts here who I think that they know what they're doing, is this particular site here. It's webproworld.com. So that's www.webproworld.com. Now, there's some very cool characters on WebProWorld, and they've been around a long time. And if I really require the answer to something, I'll possibly post a question. I've been a member of WebProWorld for the last 6, 7, 8 years, and I've had a couple of postings and discussions make the front page and get all sorts of media coverage. But I like bouncing around ideas with these guys because you get what I always think to be a considered response. So when I really wanted to refresh my mind on the whole no follow, do follow thing, here's where I came. Now, it threw up some very, very interesting comments. There was one discussion stream here. Hang on, this one. Here we go. It's you might want those no follow links after all. Now, this was opened by a guy called Deep Sand. Now, there's another particular discussion stream I want to find and I want to show you. So hang on a minute. Here we are. The relative ranking of a no-follow attribute. What do we know? Very, very interesting here. And I really, the assessment has been, as I said, we all know what the technical aspects and the technical aims of the no-follow attribute were. What we found now in quite a few studies is that it's not honoured as much as it technically should have been, and therefore there are too many studies that have come out and said that as an exercise it doesn't work. Therefore, if you're cute and you're smart, you ignore whether anything's follow or do follow. You ignore it totally. And the reason for that is, as one person put very succinctly the other day, you think of two of the biggest marketing websites around on the planet at the moment, Facebook and Twitter. They are all over Google like a rash. Google have acknowledged now that they actually have quite a few inbound links, or links are coming in from Facebook and Twitter and are reflecting positively in people's SERPs and their backlinks landscape, yet both Facebook and Twitter provide no-follow links. Both Facebook and Twitter, any links coming off Facebook and Twitter are no-follow links. So, there you go. Question mark about the no-follow attribute number 1. Second part, there's a very good article here on Sfin. This was back in October 20th, 2010. Do you think no-follow links are worth more than Google says? Well, I think the accepted wisdom is they are worth more than Google said. That much is a given. And anybody who tries to deny that now, I think is like there's a great character in ancient English history about King Canute. He was an Anglo-Saxon king who rather stupidly believed that he could turn back the tide and sat there, or so the story goes, sat there with his throne on the beach while the tide came in, issuing proclamations, "Go back, water, instructions for it to go back, and obviously, as we all know what happened, basically the tide came in. I don't know whatever happened to King Canute, don't know whether he left his throne there and got drowned, but we have this thing about this whole philosophy about being a King Canute. If you ignore the whole ineffectuality of the Nofollow attribute, then I think you're doing yourself a massive disservice. Now, as I said, there are articles have come out and said, here's one on Twitter and Facebook. Google have even admitted themselves. There's an article on SEO Moz here by this Aaron Rand Fishkin. Yep. No, this boy knows a heck of a sight more than I do. Really does. So if he comes out and says that there's a merit to Nofollow, then yeah, that's good enough for me. But one of the more persuasive arguments, I think, lies here. Now, don't worry about this. I'm going to make sure that I put in the accompanying email to this video blog, in the accompanying email, I'll put all the URLs down so you can actually trace this and read these articles yourself. I think one of the most persuasive articles is this on SEO Optimize, or SE Optimize. Does a perfect link profile look too perfect? Why you shouldn't ignore Nofollow links. And to me, that is the most important aspect out there. You see, when we're looking at backlinks profiles and backlinks landscapes, Google are looking for a landscape that resembles as much of a landscape powered by a human search than anything else. So anybody comes back to you and says, your search engine landscape, all your links have got to be totally on topic, they've got to be totally anchor driven, and if you're going to have 500 links that say do follow fish, that's what they've got to say, do follow fish. Believe me, that's very old hat, and quite frankly, if you follow that road, you are going to get shafted, you're going to get screwed big time. Why? Because it looks manufactured, it looks gerrymandered, and it's going to create the mother of all footprints. What you have to do now, the mantra now, is to create a massively wide and varied backlinks landscape, and it's got to be one that resembles a human-powered backlinks landscape. So, what is it humans do best? Well, apart from screw up, which is that much is a given, what sort of links are you looking for? You're looking for anchor-driven links, of course you are. You're looking for ordinary links, you're looking for direct links, you're looking for redirects, you're looking for do follows, you're also looking for no follow links. Why? Because if you are a human being and you are linking to a website, you are by and large linking to that website because it has something important on the website to say, and that you are linking by and large because you want to, not necessarily just because it's a do follow and you've filled out all the tags and you've made everything look totally false and totally gerrymandered. That's the important thing. You've got to have direct links, indirects, redirects, typos even. Don't even worry if you've got a couple of typos there, because they always look good. Because that, if an engineer from Google or somebody happens to do a once-over or do a survey on a website for backlinks, and they just look at these wide variety of landscape, a wide variety of links, they just take one look at it and go, okay, fair dues, I'll leave that one alone. It's a nice wide variety. Also, the other thing to think about when you're doing this, and this is what we always do when we kick off with an SEO campaign for a client, is that we like to throw up dust. By that I mean, if we've taken our own calculations and we think, okay, 300-400 on-topic, anchor-driven, balls-on-topic links is going to be enough to take this particular page top 5 in Google, then what we need to do is to go out and generate about 1,500-2,000 links. Reason for that being is that out of that 1,500-2,000 links, we'll throw up all sorts of things. We'll throw up do follows, directs, indirects, redirects, typos, all sorts, even links to statistics sites, because they're all very good. It throws up a cloud. Now, that under the cover of that cloud, you then come in with things like our simple leveraging system, and you come in with your tightly focused marketing campaign, and that hits your 350 direct on-topic anchor-driven links. Why? Because 250 links divided by 2,000 means you've got an accuracy ratio of about 12.5%. You've got a concentration of 12.5%. That's perfectly acceptable as far as Google's concerned. Hey, they don't care. That looks good. Yeah, we'll live with that. However, if you only have 250 backlinks to a website and those 250 links are all identical, they're all on topic, they're all anchor driven, that looks manufactured. That's going to raise a flag. Very, very important. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video blog now. Hopefully you'll understand where I'm coming from. Also at the same time, you'll now realise that when I put the video out yesterday, my PR4 link on a PR8 edu domain looks even better. Boy, happy as a pig in shit, as we say over here in the UK. It really does make a difference. So, as I said, you know, the links packet that came out, the March links packet, which is 60 high PR individual URLs. There was a nice mixture of do follows, no follows, and auto approves. So you got a lovely mix there, and you get another one of those in the month of April. The edu backlinks are a nice mixture of follows and do follows. The other links service that we've got coming out this Friday, I've alluded to it. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but if you think Total Edu Domination was good, which it is, it's an incredible service, and people are signing up for it left, right, and centre. You wait till you see the next couple we've got coming on. We have seriously a serious database and ammunition locker here that we're letting members of Simple Leveraging and other key people get access to. It's going to be the mother of all linking arsenals. It really is. It's going to kick some serious butt. Anyway, enough of that. If you usual deal, if you've got any questions or anything you want to cover, any questions you want to ask me, there'll be a slide at the end of this that you can, with an email address, ask me in the forum, or just send me an email direct, and I'll try and get as many answers to you as possible. But the mantra, if you're going to learn one thing from this video, it's do not ignore no follow links. Don't ignore them. There are too many studies now. There was another great one actually, Michelle McPherson, who's a fairly well respected internet marketer. I enjoy reading her posts, and I've signed up for a couple of her services. She's a cute cookie. She really does know her stuff. And Michelle ran an exercise about 1-2 years ago where she took effectively 3 terms that weren't even featured on her site, and all she did was take no follow links, and she took those 3 terms. I think all 3 went top 5 in Google. And they weren't even terms she used in her site. So if people like that are coming out with studies, there are other ones as well. I'm not saying as an attribute, as an exercise, it's totally flawless, but from my point of view, there are too many studies that have come out that have actually discredited it, and therefore you cannot ignore them. So you've got to go for them, folks. Listen, thanks for your time. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.